If there ever was a game that was built to troll me, it was Modern Warfare 3, and I am being completely serious. But what's going on, guys, in the Works Media, and I am going to get owned by Final Stand. And I'm not going to lie, I rage quit after this, because this kid was not on the radar. And I don't know, apparently if you're in Final Stand, you don't show up on the radar, but we're playing Piazza today. I think that's what it's called, Piazza, which is like plaza, I think, is what that stands for in Italian, or something to that design. And I don't really know how I feel about these maps. I don't know if it's just because the game is bad or if the maps are actually bad. Something about this map makes it feel like the game is a little bit different. And you know how I've always preached that they need to have a solid map pack in order for this game to improve. But it seems like this map isn't horrible, but it's still Modern Warfare 3, and that's the biggest problem. One problem I have with this map is it kind of reminds me of Resistance in terms of all the bull crap in the actual map. Like, there's just all these cars sitting around, like right there, that car blows up and almost kills me, and it's just stuff like that that really just kind of grinds my gears. I just not really a fan of that. I think that kind of stuff kind of detracts from the gameplay aspect. I mean, I don't know too many people who are like, man, I can't wait till they put more exploding cars in the map. I mean, they've done a substantial amount of changes in the Call of Duty franchise with this installment, and I don't think exploding cars were on our list of things to do, but there are a lot in this map, so buyer beware, you're in for a scare. If you can tell me where that's from, I'll have respect for you. But, you know, a map pack is a map pack. They almost always feel exactly the same. They feel really crappy at first, and you finally grow on you, I guess you could say. But here's what I want to point out. My biggest problem with this map pack is that I cannot get into games that are the maps. I've played Piazza 3 times, and that's it. I finally did, after I had already recorded this, I finally got into a, Liberation lobby. And that map's not too bad. It's huge, though, which I guess is alright. It's going to be pretty good for ground war. I think it'll be a good domination map. It's not so great on team deathmatch and kill confirm, though. I feel like this map right here is a pretty good team deathmatch map, though. It feels really balanced in terms of levels and stuff like that, so we'll see how it plays out. You know, it's really easy to say your first impressions, but how a map really plays doesn't really come down till... You don't really see that until later on in the game, in the map's life cycle, I guess you could say, when people start to figure out the cheap routes to use. You know, I guess a route really can't be cheap, but the cheap movements to make, you know, like a noob tube from these staircases across the map. I don't know. But you may notice this isn't a full game because I entered this game late, so it didn't last the whole time. So I'm giving you guys 2 games for the price of 1. Actually 3 if you count that first little clip of me getting Final Standed. But they're 2 pretty good little runs on this map. It gives you guys a good look at what to expect out of it. And I'm sure you've probably seen a million of these videos a day, because you know all these YouTube people like to spam Modern Warfare 3 map pack DLC videos, etc., etc. And I don't really blame them. I mean, it's something new. A lot of people are curious if they should buy it, and usually these answer a lot of questions for people. So I found that this map is really bad for air support, as you'll see in the end. I do speed up the Reaper that's at the end of this clip, so that's probably what we're going to end with. But in terms of air support, it's more the same. I mean, Modern Warfare 3 is not going to be an air support map. The fact that support exists in this makes it really hard for air support to have any sort of dominance unless you get into a lobby of complete idiots. And this lobby is running SAM turrets, this lobby is running Stingers, this lobby is running EMPs, so it's just like, why am I even running Assault? I might as well just run Specialists. So, note to self, run Specialists in the future. But I feel like this map is pretty well balanced. I'm pretty satisfied with this map. I don't think the map pack execution, and look at that. That dude's really using a, what's that thing called, a trophy system. And I was like, well, I guess I got owned there. But I don't know. I think that in terms of price, I think that it's not fair that they're making you PS3 players wait so long. I also don't think it's fair that if you're not an elite member, you have to wait even longer. And I also don't think it's fair that they're going to make it $20, or at least that's the word on the street. So if this is $20, guys, don't buy it. Please don't buy it. Don't make the mistake we've all made in buying this DLC for overpriced. I would not have bought this if it wasn't for Elite. I will say this, I am surprised a little bit at how these maps feel. They feel a little bit more unique than some of the maps that we've seen in the past out of Call of Duty and map packs. So I'm not displeased with them. You know, I think that they put a conservative effort to give us some variety, but overall, I don't really see that this is going to be a make or break purchase for anybody. If you guys